Alright, in your multimodal pieces, if you were filming them beforehand, then scripts are going to be important there as well, but you have a bit more wiggle room because you have the opportunity to be making mistakes and stuffing up and being able to call cut and things being changed in post and all of those sorts of things. Like any other literature-based task, your message, your purpose, the moral of your story, what you want audiences to know or feel, needs to be really clear and apparent in your writing. And then you need to lift this message up to the audience with the help of the visual and audio-based aids, like aesthetic features would in a novel. So your visual and auditory choices are important and can hold specific and impactful messages in them. So, for example, you might choose to include Australian native flora in your visual piece to represent a sense of place and connection to the land. All right, a few broad tips about this piece because I have seen students struggle with this. Ooh, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. This is not the task to do the night before. No task ever really is, but this one in particular, I promise you, you will so seriously regret it if you try and do this the night before. Editing always takes far longer than you think it will. It's such a finicky process, so definitely be considering your timeline about how you're going to space this out to make your life as easy as possible. Adapt to the flow. Your piece is going to change considerably throughout this process. You're going to have new ideas. The particular visual vision that you might have had for this piece might not be entirely executable in practice, so things might have to change there. If you're working with video, back it up twice, 3 times, 4 times, many times. You want it to be in various forms, in various places, so you don't lose it. I really encourage you to work with a downloaded editing software rather than anything that you work with online, just because things can crash and things can go wrong, and I just get the heebie-jeebies thinking about it. You can find royalty-free music and video online really, really easily. There's actually a huge repertoire of free content out there for you to use. So go ahead and make the most of that. Of course, YouTube download MP4 to MP3, classic, been there. But there is so many kind of quite high quality resources for video editing online. So definitely be using those. And really importantly, make sure you watch your video all the way through before you submit it. Sometimes people have weird crackling audio in the back of their voices, in the back of their videos, even after they've been exported. Sometimes a rogue subtitle pops up where it's not supposed to be. Sometimes a clip is left longer than it's supposed to be, all of those sorts of things. So make sure that you watch the full piece start to finish before you submit it. And then that is going to be your final piece.